fabulous humans, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then well, hello, how you doing? Welcome. You just slipped into the most fabulous place on YouTube, and I am so happy to have you here. Well, now that I have you here, before you take your shoes off, you put your feet up and you get too comfortable, chill, we got chores over here that you need to do. You need to subscribe to the channel, become part of the Glitter and Glam Squad so we can shine together. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will always be notified when I upload a new video. And while you're at it, hit the thumbs up button so YouTube knows that little on me, I need a little shiny, 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 yeah. Ooh, all of these winnings in this YouTube streets, okay? If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. I truly, truly appreciate it. And it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Now, listen, my voice is back. So, my voice is back and I am ready to hit the notes, okay? I have been hitting the notes now to the point where, listen, I gave Beyonce a run for her money. I gave her a run for her money while singing that she ran over to country music. She went over to the countryside because she could not keep up with me over here. Anyways, today's video is about love at first sniff. These are fragrances that from the first day I smelled them, I was like, what? Hello, here's my card. I will be taking that home with me. Or maybe it was a sample and I got on my computer and I'm like, purchase immediately. So these are fragrances that were instant love at first sniff. I didn't need to think twice. As I smelled them, I'm like, this is a masterpiece. This is me in a bottle and I will be buying you instantly. So if you want to know what those fragrances are, because I have some newbies here that I sniffed and I'm like, what's going on? This is sickening. If you want to know what those fragrances are, then don't go nowhere because I sure won't be going anywhere. Stick around.
That night I said I was recording late. I wasn't recording late. I was just smoking, chilling, had a couple drinks.
My first love at first sniff. This is a dupe fragrance, but guess what? I have taken the plunge and I have bought the original because the first time I smelled this fragrance, I was like, what is this? And you know, I am not like I'm not a gourmand girl, like the biggest gourmand girl out there. Like at the gourmand party, I'm probably not going to be dancing as much, but this gourmand got me dancing. This is so good. This is by Dappa, and I got this by the aromatic doctor on Instagram. She sent it to me because I don't think she liked it and she wanted to try bake first, their version of bake, before getting the real bake. And she got it and she probably didn't like it because she gave it to me, and once I smelled it, oh my gosh. It is like what's left here will be my scent of the day. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit right here so we can use it up. But listen, this was a love. This is getting me in my gourmand bag, and I've been layering her with Lyra by Xerjoff. This is a zesty lemon with whipped cream. It is so good, and I love lemon cake. It smells like a lemon frosted cupcake. I'm getting cupcake vibes with like the frosting on top of it. This is so good. I love it to the point where I was like, listen, I'm gonna buy the original. So I took the plunge and I was trying to find a good deal for it. I looked and looked and looked, trying to find a good deal for Bake by Acro, and guess what? It was flying off the shelf. I checked So Avant-Garde, it was gone. Beauty Live, I think they had it there, and by the time I blinked, it was gone. Everywhere I look, it's like it's gone. But guess what? I saw it on Twisted Lily, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a guy from Twisted Lily. And then I started looking for discount code, and it hit me. I was like, I know Sharita is gonna have a discount code. So I went and I looked at her stuff. I'm like, yeah, she does. So I put like Sharita 10 and I got 10% off. So I went ahead and I ordered it because when I tell you, this fragrance got me in a chokehold. But I don't know how the original bake smells like. If it smells like this, I'm thinking it should be better. Hello. It would be everything. I have a sample of Awake, which is a coffee fragrance. That is the coffeeiest of the coffee of fragrances I have smelled. Intense Cafe said it's coffee. I'm like, where? They have the restaurant version, I think. Where? Now, Awake, that would keep you awake. That is caffeine right there in a bottle, and I love it, so I will be getting that. But Bake, this dupe version is hitting, and this was a love at first sniff for me. I doused myself with it, and the bottle is about to be gone. Look at what's left. There's nothing. So I will be buying this version to put in my purse, and I'll buy the actual version because I will use it. And then if I'm out and about and I just want to douse myself in a little bit of lemon and whipped cream and smell like a lemon cupcake, I'll just go ahead and be like, and nobody's gonna know. No one's gonna know that is this version. But yes, Bake by Acro, love at first sniff. My next love at first sniff fragrance is a fragrance that I did a review of. I had a sample before it dropped. My essay at Neiman Marcus was gracious enough to give me a sample before it dropped. So I did a video, and in the video when I sprayed it and I put it across my nose, I was like, wait a minute. Creed, because I don't really buy a lot of Creed that much, but now I feel like I'm in my Creed era. But this Carmina, love at first sniff. Love at first sniff. Oh, it is intoxicating. It is sexy. And I am not the biggest cherry girl on the market as well, but this cherry is like a very syrupy, is dark and sticky, and it's like a delicious cherry. This is so good. It's so luxurious and it's strong, very potent. Now, I feel like this is stronger than the Queen of Silk. Queen of Silk, I love it, but for me, this was more of a love at first sniff. Queen of Silk, I love that, and I will be adding it, but if I had to put this side by side, I will definitely go for Carmina, because Carmina made my eyes like, I was like, what? And Queen of Silk was like, oh wow, this is beautiful. Queen of Silk was like, oh, I smell like money. That's what I was getting for Queen of Silk. But for this one, it was like, oh my gosh, I don't care if I smell like cherries, if I smell like money, whatever it is, I just love it. And I absolutely love it. I'm so happy I finally added her. It took me a while to add her because the price, it was $4.45. I'm like, Creed, hello, no, we're not doing that, okay? So I was waiting and stalking discounters, and I know that it was available at Harrods, and I was also calculating shipping. So when Jama Shop, they be looking out for us brokies. When Jama Shop had this, I was like, wait a minute. And I calculated it, and it was almost the same, and I was going to get it faster, and it's here. It's not international shipping with the quickness, so I got it. But now I just realized that the price has slightly gone up on Jama Shop, like slightly. They pushed it up by like $10, which is still not bad, but I'm so happy I have Carmina. This was a love at first sniff. This is gorgeous. It smells very luxurious. It is definitely worth the splurge. Like, it is. Queen of Silk, I'll be adding later. They didn't put 1 ounce for that because I feel like I might need it in 1 ounce. But then the 1 ounce bottle, I don't like the Creed 1 ounce bottle. It just makes me feel like, although I'm buying this at a discount because I ain't got it, but you know, with the 1 ounce, it really feels like you ain't got it. And I ain't got it, but I don't want to look like I ain't got it. So when you do like the 1 ounce is short, it's like my money isn't quite there yet. Like, I'm there, but I'm not there yet. That's what I get from the short bottles. I don't like the short bottles. So I ain't got it. I want Jama Shop to have it, and I'm just going to wait. I'm going to give it a couple of months. So when I buy it, it will look like I have it. You get what I'm saying? But see, if you like the 1 ounce, because some people like me, I know my collection, I have a lot. I don't need the big size. But like I said, I'm fated to remake it, so I don't want the shorties. I want to feel like I have it. But Carmina by Creed, definitely a love at first sniff for me. My next love at first sniff fragrance, I don't know if I'm going to be picking this one up because I feel like it smells like a fragrance that I own and love. But when I smelled this, it felt like I got a decant as well. This is Mula Mula by Byron Perfumes. It is also like a gourmand lover's dream. So in here, in the top notes, you get caramel, you get peach, you get strawberry and raspberry. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, a strawberry fragrance. I've been loving strawberry fragrances. I love La Capitale, and that's exactly what I feel like this smells like. In the middle notes, you get ginger, pink pepper, and labdanum. I was like, hey, you're calling me. In the base note, you get vanilla, musk, oud, and patchouli. This is stunning. I love it. But then I'm like, do I love it enough to have it when I know it smells like La Capitale? I don't know. And another thing is, La Capitale also reminds me slightly of Nomad. And I also own Nomad. So when I smell this, it also gives me Bon Number 9 Nomad vibes. So I'm like, I have Nomad, I have La Capitale. Do I need this? I love it. It feels like La Capitale on steroids. You know what? Let's get La Capitale and see if I need this in a full bottle, because this instant love at first sniff. So I have La Capitale by Xerjoff, and I'm just gonna put it on this, you know, pretty paper with this pretty lady that I met at when I went for tea. So I'm gonna spray La Capitale. Oh, I kind of sprayed it all over her face. But she's beautiful. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this on my skin, La Capitale, and we're gonna put Mula Mula over here. And I just want to see if we're just gonna make that decision that it would be an instant purchase right now. La Capitale. Mula Mula. Okay, let me tell you. Now that I have both of them on my skin, I feel like it's enough for me to get both. I'm gonna get it. This was an instant love at first sniff. The only thing holding me back was the resemblance to La Capitale. But having it on my skin, they're very similar. You don't need both. However, I'm gonna have both. But that was an instant love for me. Mula Mula by Byron Perfumes. I will be adding a full bottle to my collection. Absolutely stunning. The next love at first sniff fragrance for me is Tobacco Honey by Gourmand. The first time I smelled this, my eyes rolled back and I purchased it on the spot. I didn't even ask for sample. I didn't want to play with it. It was like, listen, I know that this is me. This is honey, it's tobacco, it's beautiful. But one thing I've realized is, it's not, I always get compliments when I wear it everywhere. But a few people that have been around me that have smelt it, they're not like the biggest fan. And I'm like, what? Are you guys crazy? This is so good. It made my eyes roll back. The honey in here is such a really delicious honey. Like, it's so smooth, it's so soft. This is well blended, well crafted, and it made me really love Gourmand fragrances. I went to the Gourmand counter and I sniffed Fève Gourmand. That's what it's called, the chocolate. I am a believer in chocolate fragrances because that fragrance was so good. And I asked for a sample and she forgot to put the sample in my bag, but I got some other samples that I have been testing out. Tobacco Honey was a love at first sniff for me, and I absolutely love it. Like, chef's kiss on this fragrance. I cannot wait to bring her out back in the fall again. I think I did her, you know, justice this winter. I did use her. She's about to retire because in March I don't think I'll be using her, so she'll probably come back again. I'm thinking October, but let's just use her through February and she will be off to the retirement home. My next love of first sniff fragrance is Checkmate by Mind Games. The first time I smelled this fragrance, it was like, whoa. I need this. But at the same time, it was like, this reminds me of something, which brings me to also my next love of first sniff fragrance. This is Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle. You guys know over here, this is one of my favorite fragrances ever in the world. Masterpiece. It smells like perfume. It smells like quality. It smells like a rich human. It smells like somebody that needs to be in Fashion Week. It smells like somebody that needs to be in New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week. Like, she does not belong with the rest of us in this world. She needs to be high up there in Fashion Week. This is so good. And when I smelled Check Me by Mind Games, it reminded me of a brighter, sparkly version of Portrait of a Lady, because in here you get champagne. So there's champagne, you get rose, and you get patchouli. And once I put my nose on it, I had to get it. And another reason I got it was for the days where I felt like this may be too dark. When the weather starts to get slightly warmer, I can still wear this. Like with this, with that champagne notes, I can see myself wearing this up until, like, when we get triple digits, I can't do it. But before then, I can still wear this. When the weather is hot, I can't wear my Portrait of a Lady. So this too, definitely love at first sniff. Now, do you need both in your collection? I would say yes and no. If you're not the biggest fan of Portrait of a Lady, then you don't need both. If Portrait of a Lady is too deep and dark for you, and you feel like the patchouli is so strong, then maybe you should try Checkmate, because I think that this is the friendlier version of it, and you can get jiggy with this version. But definitely both of them were love at first sniff. My next love at first sniff fragrance is from the house of Amouage. And no, it's not Guidance, because Guidance was not a love at first sniff. Although I feel like at this point, it feels like my signature scent. Whenever I'm going out, 8 times out of 10, I'm using Guidance, because I want you to know that I'm a perfume girl. And Guidance is that fragrance that is going to get me subscribers. It got me a couple of subscribers this past weekend. So when I use it, I always get stopped and asked. But that was not a love at first sniff. I hated it. I was like, what is that? But Portrayal, the first time I had my nose on Portrayal, I was obsessed. Like, what? They did this to Jasmine? This is Jasmine. You get elemi, you get tobacco, you get vanilla. This is the Jasmine that I love. And I just picked up a new Jasmine fragrance that I feel like I'm on the fence about. Like, I like it, but I don't love it. That fragrance was my first blind buy fragrance in 2024 that I'm not like in love with. I'm like, I'm working on that one. I will share with you guys later when I do like a haul video, which I will be working on soon, because I've added some new fragrances. Now, Portrayal is the woman that I need to be. I need to be an elegant lady, an elegant woman. And during spring and even summer, Portrayal is the one. I absolutely love Portrayal. The first time I smelled it, I was like, this is amazing. This is stunning. And I don't know if it was Demi Rollins that made me get Portrayal, because I know she talked about it, but this was like a few years ago. I'm thinking like maybe 2021. She used to talk about Portrayal, and I never really got into it that time. And later on, I saw it on Jama. I was like, you know what? Let me pick it up and see what you do. A winner, a star. My next love at first sniff fragrance is Eau Jaune Intense. Eau Jaune Intense, I never thought I would like it, because at that time, all I loved was like, I want the oud, I want the patchouli, labdanum, olibanum, give me the deep dark stuff. And here comes Eau Jaune Intense, a white floral. There's also ylang ylang in here. There's pineapple, there's vanilla, there's oud. And I put that on with the atomizer that goes, and I was, whoa, I was blown away. I was blown away so much so that Santal Complet, I don't even reach for her. This is the one that is for me, and this was definitely a love at first sniff. It smells like a very soft, delicate, elegant queen. I really love her. I don't use her as much because 1, she's expensive, and 2, she is a very put together fragrance. So if I'm not dressed up and well put together, I don't see the need to wear this, because this is not a casual fragrance. And when something's this luxurious, you don't want to like look a hot mess and then you throw this on. No, 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 we're not doing that. So this is when I am put together. But this was an instant love at first sniff. It was a blind buy, but it was an incredible blind buy. My next love at first sniff is from the house of HFC Paris. This is Navanesque. Oh, Jesus Christ. This fragrance, I need it. Listen, let me tell you. I am slowly getting into my Gourmand era. And once I finally get into my Gourmand era, listen, the girls won't be able to handle me. The guys won't be able to handle me. No one will be able to handle me, because once I dip into that Gourmand bag, I'm taking over. So all you Gourmand lovers, beware. You do not want me stepping into the Gourmand field, because when I step in, and you know, I used to live in Kansas City. I always say I'm from Kansas City too, although I'm from Nigeria. You guys already know, but I live in Kansas City for a very long time. And you know, the Chiefs, they won. So I'm a winner already by default. So if I step in, it's a wrap. So in here, I don't know what makes this so gourmand to me, because the notes doesn't say gourmand. So in the top notes, you get rum, you get myrrh, labdanum, and davana. In the middle notes, you get leather, cashmere, and olibanum. And in the base, you get vanilla, you get tonka bean, you get oud, benzoin, and musk. This fragrance is intoxicating. It smells like vanilla. It smells like tonka bean, because it has that cacao powdery feel. But then the rum is what makes it feel gourmand. So I want to drink this. This is so good. It made my eyes roll back. I absolutely love it. And I've been hoarding my travel size because I don't want it to finish. But at this point, oh, this is so good. Definitely a love at first sniff. I will be getting a full bottle. I have been stalking everywhere trying to see if I can get this for a good price, but it's not happening. So I'm thinking maybe for my birthday, I can just take the plunge and buy it. I picked up a new HFC Paris. I don't know about that one, but this, a love at first sniff. The new one I picked up, I'm on the fence. It's a like, but it's not a love. But with this, instant love. If you haven't tried Navanesque by HFC, listen, I don't know what you're waiting on. This is so good. One of the best. I feel like this can be for fall, but it's so good that you can also wear it in the spring. It smells like high quality perfume. It has the, you know, the rum brandy vibe, but it was done so well. And someone like me that barely drinks, I want to drink. This is a liquid gourmand that you need in your life. Navanesque by HFC Paris, definitely a love at first sniff for me. My next love at first sniff is Passion de l'Amour from the House of Sillage. This is my favorite so far that I have tried, but from the signature line, because those are the ones I've really tried. I've tried a couple from the Guardian collection, but from the signature line, Passion de l'Amour is my favorite. The first time I smelled the Discovery set, this was the one that stood out to me. This, I think, is a masterpiece for the house. If you don't own Passion de l'Amour, what are you doing with your life? This is a fragrance that will get you compliment. It's raspberry, but then it has oud in it. This is so good. It smells like a boss. It smells like a boss babe, a boss human. You need to get your hands on Passion de l'Amour. This is one fragrance that is worth the coin. I absolutely love Passion de l'Amour. Love at first sniff, and that's Passion de l'Amour from the House of Sillage. The next one I got is from the House of Xerjoff. This is Overture. Overture was an instant hit. When I smelt it, I was like, what's in here? It felt like they put in it. Like, it was like my choice last year. I could not stop smelling it. Now I feel like I'm appreciating Muse a lot more. I've been wearing Muse more, but this was like the instant love at first sniff. I went on a trip to Houston and I sniffed it in Houston, and I ordered it that same day, that same hour. in a couple of minutes. I went on and I bought it because it was that good. I don't know. I feel like I hype Overture a lot in the streets. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think it's a bit polarizing, but for me, it is absolutely stunning and it made my eyes roll back. And in the spirit of Xerjoff, JTC 400 was another one that was a love at first sniff. I got this based off of recommendation of Pika, and it did not disappoint. When it came and I sniffed it, that truffle vibe in it, it's like it feels like there's also some sort of white floral in here, but it's deep, it's dark, it's mysterious. I get tons of compliments when I wear it. People have chased me down for JTC 400. This is one fragrance I wish I can have in this size. And I will always have JTC 400 in my collection. Definitely these two made my eyes roll all the way back. Love, instant love. Those are some of the fragrances in my collection that were a love at first sniff, that made my eyes roll back, that made me open up my wallet and start to purchase instantly. Now, what are some of the fragrances in your collection that were love at first sniff? I would like to know. And do you own any of these fragrances or any of them on your wish list? If they are, I will link them down in the description below, especially the ones that you can get that are on like Drama Shop, that you can save some coins and get. Everything will be linked down below in the description box. Like I always say, in all things, what do? We add glitter. Whenever you're in doubt, what we gonna do? Add more glitter. And when all else fails and your back's against the ropes, your back is against the wall, what we do? Where's my bake? You get Bake by Acro, or you get Lira by Xerjoff, or I need to get Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana. I'm gonna get it this week so I can make a video on them when Bake arrives. I need to do a video on all three of them to see what's going on. But get Bake by Acro, or you should try the double version, and add more glitter. Oh, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video. I have to see you because I ain't going nowhere. Where you think I'm going to go? Oh, Bake. And then I have La Capitale, Mula. Listen, if you were here, you'll be all over me.